So for my speech, I'm going to talk about autism spectrum disorder. I know a lot of people don't really talk about it or know much about it, so I hope to bring awareness and inform you all. So what does it mean to have autism? So autism is more and more common in today. Just a lot more people are being diagnosed with autism. So autism is a complex neurobehavioral condition that includes impairment in social interactions and communication skills combined with a rigid and repetitive behavior. So where does the word autism come from? It is derived from the Greek word autos, and that means self. So typically when a person is diagnosed with autism, they have impairment in social skills. So they typically remove themselves from social interactions. So this is where the word autism comes from. That means isolated self. And this was first used in 1911 by a Swiss psychiatrist. And so as time progressed, more and more advances have been made for autism spectrum disorder. So first, autism spectrum disorder looks different in different people. Not everyone will display the same symptoms, and not everyone will be diagnosed around the same time. Symptoms show as early as a few months, while others don't see symptoms until a year after or two after birth. It's a common thread in symptoms and differences in, or difficulties in social interactions, communication, and restrictive behaviors. So some symptoms for social interactions is difficulty making friends the same age as you, difficulty with body language or maintaining eye contact with people. And then some symptoms for communication troubles is oftentimes speech delays, difficulty understanding simple statements or taking things too literally, repetitive speech without meaning, and then some restrictive behaviors are like sensory issues or repetitive behaviors like flapping of your hands or just excessive moving in general. So with people being able to identify like the different symptoms, kids are being tested and diagnosed earlier and earlier, which is helping immensely because early diagnosis is like the best thing that you can do for a child. It's a two-stage process, which starts with your pediatrician. So they watch and talk to your child and ask you questions about family history, the child's development, and their behaviors. And if the doctor expresses concern, then you meet with a second set of like doctors and specialists. And here you're meeting with them to check things like the cognitive level of your child, communication ability and language abilities, and other life skills like brushing your teeth or getting dressed in the morning. And it's estimated that 3 million individuals in the United States are affected, and 1 out of 42 boys and 1 out of 189 girls are affected. So after diagnosis, different prevention plans are determined to better help the child with autism spectrum disorder. So early intervention along with early diagnosis, I said, makes a huge difference. Treatments vary depending on the needs of the individual. So there's different behavioral therapies that your child could attend. One being speech language pathologists. They can go to speech therapy to better their communication skills and comprehension skills. And then they can also see an occupational therapy, which helps them respond better to the environment. So this like works on their physical activities, which is like their coordination and balance, their developmental activities, which is like brushing their teeth, their adaptive strategies, which is like changing their routine, and they have different play activities so they can get better social interaction skills. And through like these different therapies, doctors and specialists hope to give children the best quality of life. So knowing early signs and symptoms helps diagnose at a younger age, and early diagnosis and intervention, again, make a huge difference. So I know this subject so near and dear to my heart because my youngest brother was diagnosed with autism when he was 2.5 years old. So watching the different therapies and just getting to see what it's like living with someone with autism has really helped me grow as a person. I personally want to be an occupational therapist when I'm older now, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to help spread knowledge about autism and bring awareness to it through my brother. Thank you.